a great job on that. I think it's a great idea. And you're doing the right thing with checking with the attorney, because these leases that they have may be something that you want to be fine tuned. And then again, if they walk away from it, you want to find out who's going to be responsible for taking it down. So you need to make sure that's all in there, and you guys are doing a great job. And plus, it'll keep our dues down, you know?
Yeah, it would.
Because every $20,000 is 50 cents, per person. So if we keep doing this, we'll never have our dues raised.
Thank you, Jerry. Okay, do we want to have a motion to at least start?
Yes, I'll make a motion that we have the attorney look over the agreement with whatever the name of the cell company is.
It's Reliant.
I'll second.
Could we also put in that we will have John contact the tower company to tell them, as you stated, that we are looking into it and we haven't turned it down or something to that effect, so that we don't lose the opportunity. Yes, that we are considering it. And we do have a second meeting in September, so we may have some more information by then.
Okay. Yes, John?
I'm gonna stick my foot in the door, but I'm gonna tell them that you guys are anticipating making a decision at the next meeting based on your legal advice.
Yeah, that sounds, I think so.
Like we should be able to?
I can't see the attorney delaying it any longer than that with information for us.
Okay, so we take a vote. Do you want to do it? Yeah, I know, but do we want to roll call? No? Okay. All right, all in favor of looking into the Reliant Tower? And sending it to the attorney. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, John, will you take care of getting that to our attorney? Thank you. Okay, now we have the audit approval.
Did you want,
Yeah, you want to take that, Sue?
our audit was, we had a clean audit and everything from last year is in order. There were two minor things. One, reclassifying where one expense was classified, and the other was reporting the way they have to report it for the audit is different than the way we report it when we transfer money, but it was fine. There was nothing that we had to do to fix anything.
Okay, can I have a motion to accept the audit?
I'll make a motion that we accept the audit as presented. Second.
Okay. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, moving right along. Foreclosure referrals. The Mankin Law Group sent us two. Is it two? Foreclosure referrals that we have to vote on.
I propose that we send a lien foreclosure through Mankin Law Group for the resident on Cheetah Drive, with all fees to be paid as per our agreement.
Okay, have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. And the second one,
I make a motion that we send a lien foreclosure as recommended by Mank and Law Group to the property at 11310 Carriage Hill Drive, number 1.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Now we have, fines and suspension. Let's see. These all have, gone through the 3 letters, final notice, and nothing has been done. Jennifer, you want to read?
Should I make a motion?
Thank you, Sue.
I move that we find the owner of 11211 Rollingwood Drive, $50 a day for a concrete and sidewalk, because concrete and sidewalk, we work up to $5,000.
Second. Okay. All in favor? Oh, Donna, do you have a question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I drove by and looked at all these last night to make sure they've been complied with. 3 of them on the list, including this one, is vacant. So how are we going to enforce a rule?
It goes to the owner, it does not go to the property, it's the owner of the property. And this one especially, he's been getting letters since April. And it's almost like a slap in the face because.
He's a realtor.
Yeah, he's a realtor, which he knows better. The sidewalk was up in the air, it was terrible, and that's what he was cited for. So he took the tree out, never replaced the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And he's been getting letters, like I said, since April, so there's no reason not to send us.
Okay. We have more. Are you wanting to speak on this one? Okay.
I'll make the motion that we find the owner of 8624 Winding Wood Drive.
Sue,
Just wait a minute, we have some
We're
more.
still on rolling one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead.
I skipped down to the other one. I
Okay.
move that we find $50.
Open for discussion right now.
$50
Sue?
for one.
Sue,
Rolling
Sue.
Drive.
Sue, we're discussing the one on Rollingwood Drive yet, the one you already made a motion for.
Oh, okay,
Okay, hold on. Go ahead, Dale.
Okay, Dale Thompson, Henchita Drive. It is, you're talking about a sidewalk being damaged on Rollingwood, right?
It's gone.
It's removed.
The sidewalk's removed?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I took a picture, but somehow or another I must have left it at home. The empty house next to me that Chris used to live in, there is a big, major broken chunk of sidewalk that someone said Duke Energy, one of Duke Energy's trucks did it. Now, I have no proof of this, but they did have to come up into the property for something at one time. And the sidewalk, I can't believe that nobody's complaining about it because it's really, really bad. The other thing is, because you're talking about all of this and the empty house next to me, because I missed what you said before. Were you talking about Chris's house with I thought you said Henchita Drive, so I assumed maybe it was that.
No,
Because I know he doesn't own that anymore.
no, it wasn't a cheetah drive.
Okay,
It's
because,
rolling.
Cheetah was sent to a lien foreclosure, but that wasn't Chris's house.
okay. The reason I'm saying that is because everybody would like to know information on that company, only because from the day you had gone there, Beverly, and they took the sign down. They had no deed restriction sign. Since then, the lawn company has came and I asked them to take pictures of all the, if you go down Ponderosa right now, in the back of Chris's house, there's great big, those pointy, I forget what they're called. When the palm fronds always fell after a storm, I went out or Chris went out and we picked them all up. Right now, it looks like hell because nobody is doing anything. I asked the lawn guy to please tell the real estate owner about the snake pit on the side of the house. He actually took pictures. I saw him do it. He said he would tell him. So if there's anything going on with fines, somebody please look at that because I have no phone number, no nothing to.
This is, what we're doing right now, Dale, are the ones that have already gotten their final notice. There's nothing to do with anybody else but these three that have gotten them, or four, that have gotten their final notice that we are sending to fining. Then we will, in future meeting, have those looked at.
Okay,
beforehand.
yeah, because if you know who owns that house, they should be getting notices.
Okay, back to, rolling with, let's vote. All in favor of sending this to fine? Aye. Opposed? Okay. So now you can go on.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we send the owner of 8624 Winding Wood Drive to fining for $50 a day up to $5,000 because of dirt along the side of the house.
Yes,
I checked that one too. I did not see any dirt on the side of the house. So evidently, I wonder if they haven't cleaned it up.
no, it's the one next door. This particular house in Windingwood, nobody lives in it. I don't know what's going on with that house. There's nobody ever, since I've been here 9 years, no one has lived in that house. It's owned by someone, but
Yeah, the grass was a little tall and everything, but I didn't see any of the dirt on the side.
well, the picture shows the dirt. The driveway even doesn't look that great. Do we have a second to the motion? Okay, thank you, Jennifer seconded. Okay, all in favor of sending this to fining? Aye. Opposed? Okay. Go ahead, Sue.
I make a motion to send the owner of the house at 8020 Squania Drive to fining at $50 a day up to $5,000 for maintenance of the mailbox and mold and algae.
And that one was vacant. There was two teenagers cleaning it all up yesterday. They were cleaning the yard, the inside of the house and everything. So I don't know if they're planning on fixing that as well.
Well, they got their final notice, so they need to get fined. And if they come down to the meeting, then that takes care of it, right?
This house has been a problem since my mother lived next door to it, years ago.
Okay.
Well, I was just saying, I know I saw them cleaning everything up, so I didn't know if maybe that means they're gonna address
Unless they
this too.
notify the office that they're doing it, we're still gonna put up the fining. We have to start enforcing this stuff. Otherwise, people are getting away with it and it's making our community look like you know what. Like the bad luck.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. We need a second on that motion. Second. Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, go ahead, Sue.
Okay, I move that we send the owner of the house at 10717 Mira Vista Drive to for a fine of $50 a day up to $5,000, because of the driveway being painted an unapproved color.
Second,
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Continue.
Okay, I move that we send the owner of 8119 San Bernardino Drive to, fining for lawn and landscaping at $50 a day up to $5,000.
There, second. Jennifer, second. Okay.
is this one under Timber Oaks, or is this one of the oddball houses on San Bernardino? It's okay. Just wanted to clarify.
So what's the issue here that bushes need to be trimmed?
Nothing's done. You can see in the pictures, the bushes are huge. You can see all the dead fronds hanging down from the palm tree. In the first picture, the lawn is large. Nothing's. It looks like an abandoned house, to be honest with you.
Yeah, there was nobody there.
But maybe the owner, if they get fined, will get on the ball and get the place cleaned up. That's our only hope. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion carried. Okay, now we're moving on to correspondence. One of which is in Driftwood, correct?
No, this is in the other family.
Oh, okay.
It's in San Clemente.
San Clemente. They've supposedly widened, they did widen their driveway without getting permission,
And it's over the side.
and it's way over the size. Go ahead.
When I was on the art committee, this was put in for approval. And from the drawing that they put in, it made no sense because this was already a 2-car garage and the driveway was full at the 2-car garage and they were adding like another 8 to 10 feet onto it. So at the end of the art meeting, I went out to look at it with the tape measure. And the 2-car driveway is there. Added onto that are large pavers. I would say probably 3 by 3 that he has laid along, just laid on the dirt, painted over it. There's no finish edge. There's no curve at the end. And it was already done when I went there. And I talked to the gentleman. He doesn't, his English is not the best. But I let him know that this was not going to pass, and nothing was said about the reason that they had done it, and it has not been corrected. I've been off that committee for 4 months, 5 months now.
Nothing was done last night when I was through.
Yeah, it's not, they're not going to change it, so I think I would make a motion that we continue with enforcement of the driveway issue.
We have a second, okay. Donna seconds now. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Okay, and last but not least, we have a request to lower the pool temperature. And this is from a group of, looks like, okay. Hi.
Hi.
Go ahead with your, yeah.
All right, can you hear me? Okay, Kathy Lockridge, 11111 Lakeside Drive. I just want to kind of clarify 2 things about this request. One is, as I understand it, there's a cooler, the chiller, and then there's a heater. And the chiller doesn't come on to the pool until it gets to 88 degrees. Now, I don't know where the heater temperature is set at right now, but my proposal is to lower the cooler or to lower the temperature where the cooler engages. I don't want to do anything with the heater, okay, because I know there's going to be a million people. So what they said in here to lower the pool temperature is not what that's not what I'm asking for. I'm asking for them to not allow the pool temperature to get to 88 degrees. I'm asking them to only allow the pool temperature to get to 86 degrees before the chiller comes on. And then in addition, there's one other clarification I want to make on that. I only want to do this in the summer months when it's screaming hot out there, okay? Just from that June 20th first to September 20th. The rest of the year, I don't care. It's just the pool was getting very, very hot. Does that make sense? It's not the pool temperature, it's where the chiller chills, not where the heater engages, where the chiller.
Okay, Kathy, I don't know if you've used the pool lately, but the temperature has come down quite a bit.
Yes,
So was
yeah.
something done, and I agree, a temperature of 88
It was-
degrees, it was too hot.
Yeah, and that one day it was
In
even
the
more
summer.
than that, but
Yeah.
we had to ask them to
I
turn it.
agree.
And so, what I was told when that happened, I went to John and asked him, and he said, there's nothing we can do about it. And so this has been going on for several weeks. I agree with you exactly. The pool temperature has gone down, and I'm sure it's down right now because of all the water we got now. But I think that's kind of what happens. But what he said is they could not change any temperatures because it was already set by the board. So what I'm worried about, I just want to make sure that somehow the board can put in the notes or for next year or for whenever, that we don't allow it to get up to that high temperature again. Does that make sense? I'm not complaining about it right now as it is. I agree with you completely. This was a couple weeks ago. Okay, Levine.
I would like to make a motion that the maximum pool temperature in the summer be set at 86 degrees.
Do I have a second?
Second,
Okay, thank you, Sue. I know. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the motion carried, but, we're into September now, so we probably won't, this will be for next.
Well, I took the leave of regular summer from June 21st to September 21st. If that's what you want to use. Whatever you want to
Yeah, that works. Okay, thank you.
Eileen Dunn, Mara Vista Drive. I thought that our pool was always supposed to, that, whatever that thing is, that geothermal was supposed to maintain that pool always at 86, whether it's summer or winter or whatever. So if that goes up to 90 degrees like it was that day, there's something wrong. That's an indication that something's broken.
By the time the temperature hits 88 degrees and the chiller turns on, it's certainly possible that the temperature of the water can go up a couple degrees until the chiller is able to move all that water around. So if we set it at 86, I don't think it's gonna be 90. And I agree, this summer, there were days when it was not refreshing at all to get in that pool.
Well, what I'm saying, something was broken.
No, nothing is broken. Right now it is set at 88 degrees is the maximum. Once it reaches 88 degrees, the chiller kicks on and takes it to the temperature we want. But until then, it's like your thermostat at home.
So we're saying, let's set the maximum at 86.
We're lowering the maximum temperature the water can get to 86 degrees, so that hopefully it never gets that high.
Yeah, it was hot.
Thank you. Okay, is there any other business that needs to come before the board? I do want to say thank you to the residents who braved the rain to come out, and thank you for your cooperation in being respectful during this meeting. I appreciate that. Now, if I could just get the board to also not talk to each other, we'll be doing great. Okay, does anybody else want to say anything?
I have the